This is a terrible news for the internet. Overwatch 2 voice chat, it might be recorded.
Oof.
Not good.
Watch your profanity.
In a detailed Blizzard blog post, the system will use a speech-to-text tool to transcribe a voice recording, and will delete the clip once the transcription is complete. So, so the good news, right, is that they don't save the actual audio recording.
Right.
The bad news is that there's a text file, and I don't trust speech-to-text tools. So, like, what if I'm like, God, I hate that truck, and for some reason it picks it up with an F. You know, like that. Oh, you said it. Like, no, I didn't. Did you listen? But remember, you should always report disruptive behavior, especially if you're a baby. Like, I'm sorry, I have so little empathy for like people who feel, what's the word? I don't want to say
attacked.
Yeah, attacked
online.
Yeah,
in video games.
Yeah, attacked online. When a game always provides a way to mute people, like. It's one thing. It's one thing to be griefed where like you can't do anything. Like maybe like everyone's like ganging up on you, your teammates, and you can't move. That's annoying.
Right.
But like
maybe you live in a cow universe and someone ties you up and sends you adrift on a raft. I don't know anything about it, but you know.
But yeah, exactly. But you know, it's like if someone's being mean to me on a game, well, I'd find it funny, but. You know, for someone who would actually be hurt by it, just mute them. I don't understand it. I really don't. Like,
I know.
I
get to go back to the 360 days. The voice chats on there, build everybody's like walls up. I think everybody's first game should just be League of Legends.
Oh god.
That way, like we start with the worst and kind of like work our way down. You know.
I can see that. Yeah, just like the age of like 8, just like here, play this game, and then it's just like the worst things ever told to you. Like, what the hell are you doing? Come on.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, it brings out the worst in people, but you know, again, it has a mute button. It's really not that complicated of a situation.
Right.
I mean, sure, you can report people, and like I understand a report button, I guess, but it's just I feel like companies are going way too far when they already have a perfectly good system in place to mute people.
Right. There's already a way in place. Just mute them. Stop like being a baby about it. Like, oh, someone said a bad word to me on the internet. Like, what? What's wrong with you?
Okay, so mute
You're
them.
A grown adult. Yeah.
Like, mute and block. That's all.
Or say it back. Defend yourself, right? Like,
well, I mean, so I understand like kids getting their feelings hurt, but again, it's up to the parent to make like, you know, either A, defend the child, or B, explain to them how to block and mute people.
Right.
So, but either way, I mean, it's Blizzard. Or, for some reason, they're like, well, I guess to some degree they know how toxic their community is. Which is why they created the Defense Matrix initiative, which is like a super like cringy Reddit way to like the Defense Matrix XD.
That was like when Discord had their mascot, and it was like all the Flarknots are loading up for Discord. Be right with you, and it's like, okay, please stop. I'm not a child.
And they also announced that like they're gonna require phone numbers, which I to a degree understand, because like for ranked especially, if you have a two-factor authorization. Thank you. Authorization. It helps stops a lot of hackers or to make bot accounts, because most people don't have more than one, you know, phone number. Although you could easily just make one on Google Voice, but whatever. So I understand that aspect, but again, back to this, you know, it's like I feel like they're doing all this for like little to no reason.
Right.
The text file is then analyzed for disruptive behavior by our chat review tools. Chat review bots are terrible. YouTube's bots are terrible. Everyone's bots are terrible. Like, I mean, and also, I mean, I guess it depends on how many people are going to play this game, but, you know, it's going to be a lot of audio files to go through. Like, a lot.
Right. And honestly, like, what's the point, right? Just have it do it and auto detect like certain words. So everybody's gonna say like the F word, or
Right.
you know, there's common curse words that are gonna be said.
Towards
So I don't even know like what they're looking for. What are they gonna do? Just ban people? Like, and that's it?
I mean, yeah, and Siege they used to have a really bad system because it was a meme, especially at the time, but they like implemented like an instant chat ban system where like if you say certain words you'll get banned. But for example, in Spanish, the term, the color black is negro, but
Right.
but if you type that, like in Spanish, like in a game where you have to describe stuff and they say that like in Spanish channels, they got banned. It's just like, well,
Right.
Cool. I was literally saying the color. You like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I would love to work for this internal task force though. They literally call it a task force. Includes engineers, designers, producers, researchers, data scientists, security analysts. Fair and positive play reaches every group within our task force. Somebody, and I wish it was us, needs to make like a skit of like this task force, like how like the A team, like all of us getting together. Someone said someone else is ugly. Task force, defense major, getting together. Like we're just, like we're all jumping out of stuff. Like, God, I wish we had money. We need a budget.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
We need a Patreon.
Yeah, we need a Patreon.
Yeah, set up the Patreon.
We need to get enough people for the Patreon. Get us to 1,000. That's our sellout moment. I want to read. There's 576 comments on it. I'm very curious on like the actual blog post. Someone says this is excited to hear, so they're gonna stop Bronze and GM streams and the like, or they're just referring to Toxicity. They don't benefit in some form. Sounds good. An official post, very informative, must read. Jesus. I'm generally worried about having a ton of legit people that can't log in on day one because of technical complications with SMS verification not working right. That's fair. I mean, you should never, on a free-to-play game, you should never log in on the first day. Like the servers, no one ever works well with the servers. Servers are always going to be trash.
The servers are going to be super overloaded anyway because Overwatch is just super popular.
Right. It's still super popular. Let's see here. Until they hire people to actually view reports, the system is always going to be abused. People have gone banned for years just for getting mass reported by stacks for things like one tricking. That's fair. The only problem. Oh, okay, yeah. So this guy's name is Deadly Pants. I like that. I mean, they're saying that like there's really no point in doing this when like the reporting system is controlled by bots anyway. Like you need player reviewed. Like people are griefing. Like everyone's on the team is reporting one person on the team for whatever reason, and the bot's like, oh, 5 reports. Okay, we'll just ban this person. That's why bots suck, because they can't like differentiate when it's not a real reason.
Right.
Like this is automated. This is such a classic. I don't know what does that mean. Ninja 3050. Can you explain that? This is such a classic. Oh, I think it was from a song, right? Isn't that like I feel like it's a phrase from a song recently.
It sounds
right,
like it.
Doesn't it? Yeah. It
sounds like something memey to say in like any conversation to add nothing to it.
True. Not a single word about anti-cheat, which is true. They didn't mention anything about anti-cheat. I'm someone who swaps phone numbers pretty frequently because I use non-contract plans. So I'm a bit concerned about getting locked in my account during my next phone swap. Outside of that, this seems like good stuff. Side note, I'm also like Walter White. Hint, hint. Okay, so he didn't say the last part, but I mean,
yeah, that's just kind of.
I mean, it's you're switching phone numbers that often. How do you get in contact with people?
Sounds like something.
Yeah, this seems
really
sus because,
annoying with your life.
Like, because I use non-contract plans, right? But prepaid plans, like you pay by the minute, so you don't change your phone number.
Keep your phone number,
right?
Too, yeah.
So all right, we need to look into positivity. This person is sus. That's not that. Yeah. That person actually needs to be looked into.
I also assume, right, they're gonna have a way for you to change your phone number in case something happens, right? Like they're not just gonna be like, all right, one and done. You live with that phone number forever now.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure in the game they have to provide a way to like to live with a phone number. Yeah, my phone broke. Yeah, sorry, that's not our problem. Make a new account.
You're never allowed to play Overwatch 2 again. If I even see your name cross my desk, you're done.
If I see a single digit repeated from your old phone number, you're gone.
I'm screaming.
You're gone.
But the first three numbers are gonna be the same. It's my state's zip code. No,
it's an area code. It's good to laugh. Yeah, I'd imagine. Oh, you know what? Actually, while we're talking about this, so and I didn't ask for your opinion on it before, or I didn't think about to ask about it, but they said that like if you're starting brand new on this game, like you have to like. Actually, we did talk about
I told you about that the other day.
Right. Yeah. I honestly I'm not like mad about that because every free to play game is like that. Like
everybody's kind of like blowing everything. Every news article about this game, like everybody's blowing it out of proportion, and it's just like, I don't know. It's like they've never played a video game in the last 10 years,
or a free to play game at all.
Yeah, yeah. But so basically, if you never played Overwatch 1 and you're just jumping into Overwatch 2, you're gonna have to unlock like all the old characters by just playing the game. Okay, easy enough. I think they said, what was it? It was 100. Like you have to complete like 100 matches or something to unlock all the original characters, which
that's not really a lot.
Nothing.
Yeah, I don't.
It's
that's
nothing.
Not a lot, you know.
I think I had like 25,000 games on the first game or something like. It's nothing.
Right. It's really nothing.
But of course, everybody's pissy about it, and they're like, "Oh, what do you mean I gotta unlock them?" You're like, "Yeah,
well, right. Like
we're free to play now. We're gonna give you 5 characters to start with, one of each class type." And that's it. And then you can unlock the other ones as you want.
Right.
So,
and that's the benefit of being someone who bought Overwatch 1, that you're
right.
Like
as someone who played Overwatch 1 a ton when it came out, like I don't have to worry about that. And if you were a fan, you obviously played the first one. So
yeah, exactly.
What are you crying about?
Right. They obviously have never played like League of Legends where there's hundreds that you have to just like grind to unlock to take forever.
Right.
You know, it's like
Siege. You have to grind to unlock those with the in-game currency. Like
they're actually blowing that out of proportion. Like,
this whole like transition from a paid $60 game to free to play is like just breaking their minds.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. It's actually ridiculous. 100 games is nothing.
Yeah.
Right. For a game you enjoy, like it's nothing. Like, absolutely, like if someone told me the only way to unlock all the Smash characters is by playing 100 online matches, I'd be like, all right, I get that done in like a day. Like, you know, like, oh no, I gotta play this game I like, you know, and and for those players, it kind of forces them to try out new characters because, or I guess in this case, old characters, you know, because they're like slowly being unlocked, you know.
Right.
People just want to be common, basically. Like, this is every free to play game. In fact, they're being more than, I mean. It's very nice that they're letting the old players benefit by not having to grind for the old characters again, because that'd be dumb. And, you know, for completely new characters, okay, you have a free-to-play game. No one's charging you. Like, so you gotta unlock the stuff. And I'm sure if you really want to unlock a character that you've never played before, they're probably gonna give you the option to buy it. Which, you know, I'm never a fan of buying a character with money in a free-to-play game. Skins are different, obviously, but... yeah, it's just ridiculous. People are just like, oh, I gotta play.
I like trying to pull it up. Yeah, I had 4,000 games played on the first game. Like it's nothing. Each game is like 10 minutes long. You'll be okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Assuming you like the game, which I mean, from what I read, it's literally just.
And guess what?
1.
If you don't, it's free. Who cares? Delete it. It's gone. Go play whatever.
Do we know if the campaign's going to be free too?
I don't know because they haven't talked about it.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Like, at all.
Well, I mean, because they're like, oh, we're just going to release the online first, you know, which, okay.
Right. I assume the campaign and the survival mode might end up being like a purchase thing.
Yeah, I'm not paying more than like $10. I'm not, you know,
it depends how good the survival mode is. I can't see more than like $40 at the most, but I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter anyway. It's about the multiplayer, which is free. So.
Right, exactly.